welcome to Mary Lou Retton Park for the sectional championship, where it's same song, second verse for these two teams in the postseason. It's the East-West game for the second time in 4 days, and now the stakes are higher than ever. I'm Eli Brady here to bring you the action tonight. The number 1 seeded Fairmont Senior Polar Bears come into this game with a record of 20-5. The number 2 seeded East Fairmont Bees come in with a record of 16-9. The Polar Bears come in on a 9-game winning streak, meaning if they win today, they will lock their place into the regional championship series starting next Monday at Frankfort. The Falcons have already punched their ticket into the regional championship with a win over Kaiser in their sectional championship. If the Bees win today, however, we'll be back here again tomorrow for a rematch between these two teams again, as East Fairmont already has one loss in this postseason. It came to the Polar Bears last Thursday. The Polar Bears have won all of their playoff games, and in a double elimination bracket, you have to lose twice. The Polar Bears haven't lost yet. So if they win today, they are into the regional championship. If they lose, they get a second chance tomorrow. We'll find out the outcome of this game when we return. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championships here on Video Production.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that Golden Boot pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save.
Park for your sectional matchup with the East Fairmont Bees versus the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears. Starting lineups for the East Fairmont Bees. Your pitcher, number 26, Owen Music. Your designated hitter, number 6, Nate Whiteman. Your first baseman, number 24, Danny Radish. Your shortstop, number 2, Brody Bledsoe. Your center fielder, number 10, Ian Graffius. Your right fielder, number 12, Tanner Mayfield. Your catcher, number 9, Case Lynn. Your second baseman, number 8, Carter McKnight. Your left fielder, number 3, Tristan Boone. And playing third base, number 13, Remington Forbay. Now the starting lineup for Fairmont Senior. Playing center field, number 3, Cam Peschel. Playing second base, number 1, Sammy Vianney. Playing first base, number 2, Logan Canfield. Your pitcher, number 24, Hayden Jones. Your left fielder, number 5, Dylan Hours. Your right fielder, number 6, Brock Martin. Your third baseman, number 29, Matt Masters. Your catcher, number 4, Ethan Miller. The designated hitter, number 31, Tyler Veltri. And playing shortstop, number 27, Braden Gorby. Now please rise for the national anthem.
1965, the team at City Construction has been an industry leader in all facets of construction, shaping the West Virginia landscape with some of the most recognizable commercial projects throughout the state. As one of the largest general contractors in north central West Virginia, our outstanding record of quality workmanship and personal service is here for your next project. Call our team of experts today.
Give us the opportunity to design build your next project. City Construction Company, West Virginia proud since 1965.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
I'm Keith Powell, and going on right now is my Keith Says Yes Fest. I'm saying yes to lowering your payments, yes to your trade-in, regardless of condition, miles, even if you're still making payments. My Keith Says Yes credit approval process helps me say yes, you're approved. So if you want new Chevys, yes. New Fords, yes. Lifetime warranty, yes. Come see me, Keith Powell at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that Golden Boot pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Retton Park, where pitcher Hayden Jones begins his warm-up. We're just about ready to get underway. We'll go ahead and take a look at the fielding lineup for the Polar Bears. Hayden Jones making his second appearance on the mound this postseason. He was pitching in the win over North Marion last week, the 2-1 victory. His catcher will be Ethan Miller. First baseman Logan Canfield. Sammy Vianney will start at second. Braden Gorby starts at short. Matt Masters will start at third base. In the outfield from left to right, Dylan Hours, Cam Peschel, and Brock Martin. And Tyler Veltri will be the designated hitter in place for Ethan Miller today. Take a look at the batting order for East Fairmont. Leading off will be their pitcher Owen Music, followed by Nate Whiteman, Danny Radish, Brody Bledsoe, Ian Graffius, Tanner Mayfield, Case Lynn, Carter McKnight, and Tristan Boone. Nate Whiteman is designated hitting in place of Remington Corbet, who will start at third.
Now batting number 26, Owen Music.
At the mound. Fairmont Senior trying to win their 10th consecutive game this season and punch their ticket into the regional championship, which will begin on Monday at Frankfort High School. Here's the first pitch from Jones, and it misses outside for ball one to Owen Music. The 1-0, swing and a miss by Music, and the count is 1-1. Jones fires the 1-1. Music gets a hold of it. This is in right field, but Brock Martin is underneath it, and he makes the catch. Martin is there for the first out of the game. And Music flies out. Brings up Nate Whiteman for the Bees.
Now batting number 6, Nate Whiteman.
Go, Hayden.
Whiteman up to the plate for East Fairmont. Here's the pitch from Jones. That one caught Whiteman. And East Fairmont who had over 70 times they had players hit by a pitch. They get one here, and Nate Whiteman is on, getting hit by the first pitch of the at-bat. And there's one on and one out for Danny Radish.
Danny Radish.
Sammy Vianney was the pitcher last Thursday when the Bears beat the Bees 4-1. Jones pitched in the win over North Marion. That one is high to Radish, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 from Jones, swung on by Radish, fielded by Masters, trying to turn 2 to Vianney. There's 1, 2, Canfield, there's 2, a double play, and that ends the top of the first. What a start for the Polar Bears. 5-4-3 double play, and that flips it to the bottom half of the first inning. Due up when we return is Peschel, Vianney, and Canfield. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WBSSAC Baseball Sectional Championships here on Video Productions.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Par-Mar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings and sign up for the Par-Mar rewards card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Back at Mary Lou Retton Park, we head into the bottom half of the first inning. Leading off for the Polar Bears will be Cam Peschel. Take a look in the field for the East Fairmont Bees, and it's almost identical to the lineup they put out last Thursday when they played here. The only difference is Brody Bledsoe, who started that game, will start at shortstop, and Owen Music, who was at shortstop on Thursday, is the starting pitcher for East Fairmont today. Case Lynn still the catcher. Radish, McKnight, and Corbet still in their same spots. Bledsoe is the only change in the outfield. Tristan Boone, Ian Graffius, and Tanner Mayfield. And Nate Whiteman is the designated hitter in place of third baseman Remington Corbet. Leading off for the Polar Bears, as he's done
Cam Peschel.
in every game this season, is Cam Peschel. Peschel, the team leader in hits. It's always nice when he is able to get on base in the first at-bat of the game. He's facing a tough pitcher, Owen Music, today, but he grounds it fair on the first pitch of the game. He swings and he's on. He's taken off to second. Throw by Boone is late. It's cut off, and Peschel's on with a leadoff double. Great start to this game for the Polar Bears.
Now batting number 1, Sammy Vianney.
One pitch, and Peschel takes it for a double. So the Polar Bears started defensively with a double play. They start offensively with a leadoff double, and Peschel's on with nobody out. Music looks back. Vianney shows bunt. He puts it down. Fielded by Porbay. He throws the first. Radish, and he came off the base. Runners on the corners, nobody out.
Now batting number 2, Logan Canfield.
Radish extended. The throw by Porbay was a little wide. You could see Radish have to reach, and he just lifts his foot off first. That allows Vianney to get there safely. Polar Bears like to lay down that bunt by Vianney after Peschel gets on. It usually doesn't work, but it did there. Runners on the corners, nobody out. The pitch from Music is down the middle for strike 1 to Canfield. And that's the first pitch by Music that the Polar Bears didn't put in play and get on base with. Second one to Canfield. That one down the middle as well, and it's an 0-2 count. Count is 0-2. The pitch from Music, just outside, ball 1. The 1-2 is outside from Music. The count is evened up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on the corners. Peschel, the runner at third. Vianney, the runner at first. Nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Polar Bears have started off hot. Here's the 2-2 to Canfield, and that is on the outside corner for strike 3 and a backwards K. Owen Music answers with a strikeout. Brings up Hayden Jones, batting in the cleanup spot for the Polar Bears. Comes into the same situation with runners on the corners.
Hayden Jones.
Now 1 out for the Polar Bears. That one is into the air by Jones. Lynn trying to get under it, but it bounces off the netting. Count is 0-1 for Hayden Jones after he fouled the first one back. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Polar Bears off to a hot start, trying not to leave the runners stranded. That one is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. It gets away from Music. You got to be careful if you're catcher Case Lynn right there. You can't be making those throws back to the pitcher, because if it gets away, Cam Peschel, he can take off and score. But he remains at third. The 1-1, a swing and a miss by Jones. Vianney is going to steal without a throw. So 2 runners in scoring position, eliminates the force out double play at second. The count is 1-2 for Hayden Jones. 2 in scoring position with 1 out. The pitch from Music is fouled back again for Jones. Count remains 1-2. Here's the pitch from Music, is outside. Lynn hangs on, and a good catch there for Case Lynn. Doesn't allow the ball to get behind him, but the count is 2-2. The 2-2 from Music, swing and a miss by Jones, and he strikes out. So after allowing back-to-back hits for Owen Music, he responds with back-to-back strikeouts. Dylan Hours up to the plate for the Polar Bears. He batted in the 8th spot on Thursday after dealing a little bit of a shoulder injury after getting hit by a pitch in the North Marion game. He's back up in the lineup in the 5th spot today. He's on with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. The pitch from Music misses outside for ball 1. Polar Bears trying not to cool off the hot start they've created in this game. The 1-0 to Hours, curveball by Music on the inside corner for strike 1. Time called. Hours steps back up to the plate. Peschel, the runner at third. Vianney at second. The pitch from Music up high, ball 2. Here's the pitch from Music, swung on by Hours. This is in the air and fouled back. Count is 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Music goes to the curve and misses up high. The count is full. Big pitch right here from Music. The payoff. Swung on by Hours, and that is through. Peschel scores. Vianney follows to the plate. and the throw is wide. 2 runs in, but Ours gets tagged out at first. So the Polar Bears put 2 runs on the board, but Ours is tagged out at first for the 3rd out after being just off the base. But the Polar Bears put 2 runs on. It's 2-0 after 1. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship here on Video Productions.
You write it down.
National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankancity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Retton Park, getting ready for the top of the 2nd inning. We'll go ahead and take a look at the replay. 2 RBIs by Dylan Ours. You can see it's through the gap between the shortstop and the 3rd baseman. Peschel, the lead runner, scores for the 1st run. Vianney follows. Throw by Boone is going to be picked up by Lynn. You can see Ours, the runner, just ahead of first. Throws it back to Radish, and the call is that he was tagged out. It was close, and you can't really tell from that camera angle as it is pretty far away. It didn't look like he was tagged out, but that was the call. That doesn't take away the 2 runs that Ours sent home with that hit. Pitch from Jones, catches for strike 1. That one outside to Bledsoe. Count 1-1. Pitch from Jones, outside again, ball 2. Two-one count from Jones, swung on, that is grounded right to Gorby, bobbles it, throws to Canfield in time for the 1st out. Good play by Gorby to get that back into his glove and make a good transfer, as it looked like it climbed up his wrist, but he's able to make the throw to Canfield for 1 out.
Ian Graffius.
Graffius will come to the plate for East Fairmont. Batting in the 5th spot. The first pitch from Jones, down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1, a little low. Ball and a strike to Graffius. The 1-1 from Jones, swung on by Graffius over the head of Vianney, and he's got a base hit, and he is going to stay at first, content with a single. 1 on and 1 out for the Bees. Brings up Tanner Mayfield.
Now batting number 12, Tanner Mayfield.
Second base runner East Fairmont's had to this point in the game. First one was Nate Whiteman, who was thrown out at second after Radish grounded into a double play. Graffius, the runner at first, with 1 out. The pitch from Jones, up high inside to Mayfield. Jones looks over at Graffius, fires the 1-0. It is in the air and foul by Mayfield. Count 1-1. These 2 teams familiar with each other. It's the 3rd meeting of the season. The Polar Bears won the previous 2, 3-2 and 4-1. Jones goes to the curve, down the middle for strike 2. The off-speed successful for both pitchers to start. Mayfield has a 1-2 count at the plate. The pitch from Jones misses inside. Miller traps it, keeps it in front of him. The count is 2-2. The 2-2, swung on by Mayfield, and it is going to be stopped by Gorby. Throw to Canfield is late. And Mayfield is on with a hit. 2 on and 1 out for East Fairmont. And that was close at first as well. Take a look. Good play by Gorby, not letting that go into the outfield. Makes a sliding save. But the throw was just a little late to Canfield.
Now batting number 9, Case Lynn.
You can see Logan try to stretch to make the catch in time. Mayfield is on safely. 2 on and 1 out for Case Lynn. The pitch from Jones is going to miss for ball 1. Lynn, the catcher, at the plate for the Bees with 2 on and 1 out. That one on the inside corner for strike 1. The 1-1. Little low, ball 2. Graffius, the base runner at second. Mayfield, the base runner at first for East Fairmont. Only 1 out in the top of the second. The pitch, that one's going to miss inside, and Lynn has a 3-1 count. Jones trying to avoid loading the bases up with only 1 out. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, up high inside, ball 4. Case Lynn takes his base, and he's fired up for Carter McKnight to try to put the Bees on the board. He's in a great situation with the bases loaded,
now
only 1 out.
Number 8, Carter McKnight.
East Fairmont gave up a pair of runs in the first inning trying to respond. They have the bases loaded and only 1 out. McKnight, the batter, the pitch, and a swing and a miss by McKnight. The 0-1 from Jones, swung on by McKnight. That is in the air. Gorby, the shortstop underneath, that makes the catch, and nobody's going to be able to move. So just a pop out. That leads to the 2nd out for McKnight, and that is not what you wanted to do. If you're Carter McKnight, brings up Tristan Boone.
Tristan Boone.
Tristan Boone did get a hit on Thursday when these two teams played. One right here could be crucial, and he fouls it back on the first pitch. And it's an 0-1 count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Jones. The 0-1 goes off speed and misses up high. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 swung on and fouled back into the glove of Miller for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jones trying to get out of a bases loaded situation. Boone trying not to strand bases loaded. The 1-2 grounded. Masters is gonna field it. Throw to Canfield gets away from him. Canfield couldn't make the catch. 2 runs are in. We are tied in the 2nd. You can see
now batting number 26.
Matt Masters did the same thing Gorby did. The ball rolled up his wrist, struggled on the transfer, and the throw was wide. It was there. Canfield couldn't make the catch. And we are tied 2-2. Runners on the corners for the Bees with 2 outs. Jones tries the pickoff attempt of Tristan Boone. Ian Graffius and Tanner Mayfield were the 2 runners for East Fairmont to come score. Lynn is the base runner at third. Boone, the runner at first. Showing bunt is Music, and taking off is Boone. The high throw from Miller is not in time. So the Bees have 2 runners in scoring positions with 2 outs. Count is 1-0 to Owen Music, who flew out in the first. The 1-0 from Jones. Swing and a miss by Music. You got to hate that if you're Hayden Jones. Didn't give up an earned run there. Is an error that led to 2 runs in for East Fairmont. The 1-1 is up high for ball 2. Two-1 to Music, swung on, and this is in the air and foul down the first base line. 2-2 count for Music. The 2-2 swung on by Music. That's going to be fouled down the third base side and out of play. Count remains 2-2. The pitch from Jones, swung on by Music. Vianney's there to field it. This time the throw is on the money. But East Fairmont responds with 2 runs of their own in the second to tie it up 2-2. We got a good one from Mary Lou Retton Park. You're watching live streaming covers of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I'm Keith Powell, and going on right now is my Keith Says Yes Fest. I'm saying yes to lowering your payments, yes to your trade-in, regardless of condition, miles, even if you're still making payments. My Keith Says Yes credit approval process helps me say yes, you're approved. So if you want new Chevys, yes. New Fords, yes. Lifetime warranty, yes. Come see me, Keith Powell at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Retton Park, getting set for the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off for the Polar Bears will be Brock Martin, followed by Matt Masters and Tyler Veltri. Polar Bears put 2 runs on the board early. Cam Peschel and Sammy Vianney scored on the 2 RBI single by Dylan Hours. Gave the Polar Bears an early 2-0 lead, but East Fairmont responded with Tristan Boone's hit. That was an error in the field for the Polar Bears, allowed Ian Graffius and Tanner Mayfield to score, and that's what tied it 2-2.
Now batting number 6, Brock Martin.
Brock Martin will come to the plate for the Polar Bears. He's had a good stretch here recently. Pitch from Music misses up high for ball 1. The 1-0 from Music. Inside, Martin moves out of the way, and it's a 2-0 count. The 2-0 from Music. That one's going to catch the inside corner for strike 1. The 2-1 from Music. That one is too far inside. 3 balls and 1 strike for Brock Martin. Music fires the 3-1, off speed, inside corner again, and the count is full. Both strikes were in the exact same spot to Martin. Here's the payoff pitch from Music, and Martin's gonna pop it up. Boone, the left fielder, moving over, making the catch. 1 away, and the East Fairmont defense does not allow a leadoff base runner in the second, like they did
Now batting
to
number
Peschel in the
29,
first.
Matt Masters.
Matt Masters will come to the plate for the Polar Bears, the hero 2 games ago in the win over North Marion, the first game of the playoffs. Had a solo shot to left field to break a 1-1 tie, and the final score ended up being 2-1. That pitch from Music is down the middle. The 0-1 swung on by Masters, and it rolls foul. And he's got an 0-2 count. The 0-2 is low for ball one. Polar Bears have won both games this year against the Bees. Last year, however, the Bees won in the playoffs here over the Polar Bears to knock them out of the playoffs. Masters swings and misses. He strikes out, number 3 of the day for Owen Music.
Now batting number 31, Tyler Veltri.
It seems so far for Owen Music how it's gone is he's either given up a hit or struck the batter out. That one up high to Veltri. Allowed hits from Peschel, Vianney, and Hours. Struck out Canfield, Jones, and Masters. And Martin popped out, the only other batter Music has faced. The 1-0 to Veltri, off speed down the middle. Tyler Veltri has been the designated hitter recently in place for Ethan Miller. And he's going to hammer that foul on the first base side. Another packed crowd here at Mary Lou Retton Park. These two teams play yet again. The 1-2 from Music, swung on by Veltri, reached for it. Poor Bay can't field it. It goes between his legs. And Veltri is on. And that one gets away. No one's at the second spot. Veltri, and it gets away again. Oh my, disaster for East Fairmont, but Veltri is going to stay put at first. 3 separate times East Fairmont could not field a ground ball on the same play.
Now batting number 27, Braden Gorby.
Poor Bay missed the initial field, and then no one was at second from the throw by Boone. He just threw it, and he didn't throw it to anyone. Veltri tried to take off, tried to get back before Radish could field it, and he didn't even get it. Could have gotten to second, but 1-0. The batter is Braden Gorby. Veltri is on. The pitch to Gorby is outside. 2-0 count. That had to have confused Veltri. All the mistakes by East Fairmont ended up being better than just the one. That one's in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes to Braden Gorby. 1 on and 2 outs. .3-0 count. Don't expect Gorby to swing on this one with 2 outs. Music puts it down the middle. That's exactly what you need to do if you're Owen Music, not allow a 4-pitch walk. Try to make Gorby swing at this one. A 3-1 count, 1 on and 2 outs. The pitch, inside corner, and the count is full. Home plate umpire likes the inside strike calls. The payoff pitch to Gorby. He swings and chops it foul. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes for Braden Gorby. Tyler Veltri is the base runner at first. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The payoff pitch, and Gorby lines it into left for a base hit. Gorby is on. There's 2 on now for the Polar Bears with 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup.
Now batting number 3, Cam Peschel.
The most dangerous hitter for the Polar Bears already has a double in this one, is back up to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs. And the Polar Bears all season have been able to put runs on the board, put runners on the bases with 2 outs. There's a hit by Peschel into left field. Boone is back. Oh, he turns and makes the catch. What a play by Tristan Boone. He lost it. Did a 360, stuck his glove out, and the ball landed in his glove. And Cam Peschel flies out. That is the 3rd out of the inning. Polar Bears strand 2. We are tied 2-2 heading into the 3rd here on Video Productions.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier, and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that Golden Boot pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Retton Park. We head into the third inning, tied 2-2. Leading off for the East Fairmont Bees will be the designated hitter, Nate Whiteman, who is hit by a pitch in the first inning. Danny Radish and Brody Bledsoe will follow him.
Now batting number 6, Nate Whiteman.
Jones returns to the mound for the Polar Bears, sitting at 35 pitches on the day. Music at 40, so close between the two. Whiteman fouls that one right into the dirt, and the count is 0-1. The 0-1 to Whiteman from Jones is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the top of the third inning. The pitch from Jones, 1-1. That one's gonna hit Whiteman again. Another East Fairmont batter hit by a pitch. That's over 75 on the season.
Now
Whiteman
number
is
24,
on again.
Danny Radish.
That was a story in the first game. It was Remington Porbay, though, who was hit 3 times by Sammy Vianney. And Vianney pitched an excellent game against East Fairmont in the regular season. But he just those 3 hit by pitches to Porbay. So 1 on and nobody out. Brings Danny Radish to the plate for the Bees. So Whiteman is the base runner at first. Radish at the plate for East Fairmont. He grounded into a double play last time the Bees were in this situation in the first inning. The pitch from Jones on the inside corner for strike 1. Jones looks over at Whiteman. The 0-1 to Radish is up high for ball 1. Radish, a big power hitter for East Fairmont. Capable of sending it deep. Off speed from Jones, misses ball 2. Whiteman gets back before Miller could make the throw to Canfield. And this count is 2-1 to Danny Radish, the East Fairmont first baseman. The pitch from Jones, swung on by Radish, and it is popped foul. 2-2 count, and a 2-2 game in the third. 1 on, nobody out. Jones gets the signal from Miller. Fires the 2-2. Hit by Radish, that is on a line right into the glove of Dylan Howers in left field. Radish lines out. Whiteman remains at
Now
first.
batting number
1 away
2,
in the third.
Brody Bledsoe.
Bledsoe steps up to the plate for the Bees with 1 on and 1 out. Bledsoe grounded out in the second. Sees the pitch from Jones, swings and misses at it. The count is 0-1. The 0-1. That one up high inside, and they call it ball 1. A 1-1 count for Bledsoe, who started on the mound for the Bees last week. Jones fires the 1-1. That one down the middle for strike 2. Whiteman the runner at first. Jones looks over. The 1-2 to Bledsoe is hit, foul, down first baseline into right field. Count remains 1-2. One on, one out. The 1-2 from Jones outside to Bledsoe, ball 2. Whiteman with a big lead off first. The 2-2 up high, ball 3, and the count is full for Brody Bledsoe. See what Jones decides to go to here with a full count, 1 on, 1 out. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss by Bledsoe. He strikes out. Whiteman's caught between first and second. The throw gets away from Vianney. And Whiteman gets the second on a strikeout to Bledsoe. The first strikeout of the day for Hayden Jones. It's the second out. But Whiteman is able to get to second.
Now batting, number 10, Ian Graffius.
And if Miller throws that ball to second, Whiteman is out because he was about halfway in between when he made the throw, but he threw it to Canfield instead. Here's the pitch from Jones. The batter is Ian Graffius, and he takes ball 1 outside. Graffius represents one of 2 runs scored by the Bees to this point. He's got 1 on and 2 out. Runner Whiteman in scoring position is second, and that one is down the middle for strike 1. A ball and a strike for Ian Graffius. Jones looks back, the 1-1, swung on and grounded. Tough play, fielded by Gorby. Makes the throw to Canfield in time, and there is 3 outs. And the top of the third, Polar Bears get out without allowing a run. We're still tied 2-2. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Playoffs here on Video Productions.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Par-Mar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Back at Mary Loretton Park, where Owen Music returns to the mound for East Fairmont. Leading off this inning for Polar Bears will be Sammy Vianney, followed by Logan Canfield and Hayden Jones. We're tied 2-2 in this game. 2 runs is the most the Bees have scored on the Polar Bears this season. They scored 2 in the regular season game, 1 last
now
week.
Batting, number 1, Sammy Vianney.
Polar Bears have scored 3 and 4 respectively against East Fairmont. A 3-2 win versus Owen Music in the regular season. A 4-1 win versus Bledsoe, and Vianney grounds that one foul down third base line. Count is 0-1. And he steps up to the plate. An 0-1 pitch from Music, grounded, fielded by Bledsoe. The throw to Radish is in time. Radish had to stretch for that one, but at this time he makes the catch, and there is one away.
Now
for
batting,
the East
number
Fairmont
2,
defense.
Logan Canfield.
Brings up Logan Canfield in the lineup for the Polar Bears. He struck out in his first plate appearance in the first inning. Sees the first pitch from Music go up high for ball 1. The 1-0 to Canfield. That one up high, but it catches for strike 1. Canfield struck out on a 2-2 count in the first. He's got a 1-1 count here, and he pops it straight up into the air. Catcher Case Lynn in foul territory makes the catch. 2 away. Hayden Jones will come up to the plate.
Now batting number 24, Hayden Jones.
He also struck out in his first and only plate appearance today. Trying to put a runner on with 2 outs. Right now, nobody on for the Polar Bears. Here's the pitch from Music. This one is hammered by Jones. Back is Graffius in center field. Underneath it makes the catch on one pitch from Music. 3 away. And we are tied 2-2 still as we head into the 4th. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I'm Keith Powell, and going on right now is my Keith Says Yes Fest. I'm saying yes to lowering your payments, yes to your trade-in, regardless of condition, miles, even if you're still making payments. My Keith Says Yes credit approval process helps me say yes, you're approved. So if you want new Chevys, yes. New Fords, yes. Lifetime warranty, yes. Come see me, Keith Powell at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Retton Park, getting set for the 4th inning. And after a quick inning in the bottom of the 3rd, East Fairmont defense doesn't allow a base runner, gets 3 quick outs. And only a few pitches from Owen Music sends Hayden Jones back to the mound in the top of the 4th. Leading off will be Tanner Mayfield, followed by Case Lynn and Carter McKnight for the Bees. Jones sitting at 53 pitches on the day. Owen Music sitting at 46 through 3 innings to this point. Going to be tough for either of them to pitch a complete game.
Now batting number 12,
complete game on Thursday in the win 4-1 over East Fairmont. This will be pitch number 54 for Jones to Mayfield, up high, ball 1. Mayfield had a base hit in the 2nd. Represents the 2nd run the Bees scored. Graffius was the 1st. Swings and misses at that one, and the count is 1-1. A ball and a strike for Tanner Mayfield at the plate for the Bees. Nobody on, nobody out. The 1-1 from Jones goes off speed and misses for ball 2. The pitch from Jones, hit by Mayfield into center field, sends Peschel back, but he makes the catch for the 1st out of the inning. Mayfield flew out, brings up Case Lynn for the Bees, who walked in
now
the 2nd.
Number 9, Case Lynn.
Was stranded at 3rd in the 2nd inning. And the Bees put 2 runs on the board. Couldn't add any more. Pitch from Jones outside, ball 1. Nobody on, 1 out. The 1-0 to Lynn is down low and inside for ball 2. Two-0 count, Jones, and this is going to be grounded, and it rolls foul at the last second. Couldn't stay in play. It was a slow roller. If it would have stayed in play, that would have been a hit for Lynn. Masters didn't charge it. The count is 2-1 now. Nobody on and 1 out for Lynn, catcher. Two balls and a strike. This will be pitch number 61 from Hayden Jones. And it is up high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Jones, and that is going to be fouled back by Lynn and out of play. And it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lynn walked on a 3-1 count in the second. He's got a payoff pitch here from Jones, and it's outside, ball 4, and Lynn will take his base. Brings up Carter McKnight, the second baseman of the Bees.
8, Carter McKnight.
He's got 1 on and 1 out. Lynn is the base runner at first for East Fairmont. The pitch from Jones is swung on and hit by McKnight. That is into center field. Peschel says he has it, and he does. Makes the catch, second out. On 1 pitch from Jones, McKnight flies out.
Now batting
Bring
number
up Tristan
3,
Boone.
Tristan Boone.
Tristan Boone had batted in 2 runs in the second inning on the error, the throw by Masters to Canfield. He's got 1 on, shows bunt here and lays it down foul. Tristan Boone has been solid in these frequent matchups between these crosstown rivals. He's 1 for 1 today. 1 on, 2 outs. Jones looks over, the 0-1 is hit by Boone, fouled in the air and out of play. The count is 0-2. The 0-2, off speed, and they're going to say it is ball 1. And taking off is Case Lynn. He gets the second on the pitch. And the count is 1-2. I just saw a replay on the playback of that last pitch, and I can say that was down the middle. So a missed call that would have been a strikeout for Hayden Jones and would have ended the inning. East Fairmont gets another chance, and Boone fouls back the 1-2. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lynn is the runner at second. Jones looks back, fires the 1-2, goes off speed again, and that one does miss up high for ball 2. This will be pitch number 70 for Jones. Through 4 2/3 inning. The pitch, fouled back again by Boone. So the Bees raising that pitch count.
Come on now, let's get him. Right, Hayden, 1 more, buddy.
2-2 count, 1 on, 2 outs. The pitch from Jones is swung on, and that's a base hit by Boone again. He's got another RBI. East Fairmont takes the lead. The tag at second is in time. Boone is out trying to get to second, but he bats in. Case Lynn, East Fairmont leads 3-2 in the 4th. And that is out number 3 as the tag at second on Boone was in time. And the Bees have their first lead over the Polar Bears in this postseason, 3-2. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. When we return, you're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Playoffs here on Video Productions.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier, and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that Golden Boot pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Park, getting set for the bottom half of the fourth inning, and this is the first time Polar Bears have trailed to East Fairmont in the playoffs. They did trail to North Marion 1-0 for half an inning before they tied it 1-1. We'll see if the Polar Bears can tie it after going down 3-2. On the RBI by Tristan Boone, he was tagged out trying to get to second, turn it into a double. Case Lynn scored for the Bees. Hours is responsible for the 2 RBIs in the first inning for the Polar Bears, but he was tagged out as well. This one is deep but foul on the first base side, and the count is 0-1 to Hours. The 0-1. This one is grounded, and it gets by McKnight. Hours is on with a leadoff single. Brings up Brock Martin.
6, Brock Martin.
For the Polar Bears. Be interested to see if Martin will try to bunt. Polar Bears with 1 on, nobody out. They like to try to show bunt. We'll see if Martin does it. Usually it's with Vianney when Peschel's on at the top of the lineup in the first inning. Music tries to pick off Hours. He's back in time. Tying run is aboard for the Polar Bears. Brock Martin would like to try to get Hours further along the bases, potentially home. Martin popped out in his first at bat of the game. The pitch from Music goes up high for ball 1. Lynn throws to Radish to try to get Hours out. He's getting a big lead off first. Hours is back safely. The count is 1-0 to Martin. The pitch from Music. Martin shows bunt. That's outside. Hours takes off, and it gets away from the shortstop. Hours trying to go to 3. Throw by Graffius in time, and he's out. Hours tried to get an extra base out of it, and he's tagged out by Remy Pourbet. And a great throw by center fielder Ian Graffius, being in the right place at the right time to field the overthrow from Lynn. And it all works out for East Fairmont. And the count is 2-0. Now nobody on and 1 out. Here's the 2-0. Up high, ball 3. So the positive for the Polar Bears is Brock Martin has a 3-0 count. Inside, ball 4. So 4 pitches, and Martin is going to walk. So you get the base runner back, but there is 1 out. Brings up
now
Matt Masters.
Number 29, Matt Masters. Come on, big man. Come on, baby.
Masters struck out in the second. But we're all aware he can send one deep, as he did against North Marion, that ended up winning the game for the Polar Bears. He grounds this one. Tough play by Pourbet. He dives. He's going to throw to first. Radish extends, and he makes the catch. 2 away, and Martin gets to second. What a play by Pourbet at third.
Now
that'll bring up Tyler
31,
Veltri.
Tyler Veltri.
Veltri we reached on an error in a crazy sequence in the second inning. He's got 1 on and 2 outs here. The pitch from Music. Martin with a big lead, and off speed by Music on the inside corner for strike 1 to Veltri. Music looks back. Martin, the base runner, they try to pick him off, and he's back in time at second. Runner in scoring position. Could be runners at second and third, but Hours tried to get to third and was tagged out. Martin a big lead. The pitch from Music swung on by Veltri. This is deep into left field, sends Boone back and makes the catch. East Fairmont gets out of the inning and does not allow a run. They hold a 3-2 lead heading into the 5th. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship here on Video Productions.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Parmar store.
We have that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Welcome back to Mary Loretton Park. East Fairmont holds a 3-2 lead over the Polar Bears heading into the 5th inning. Leading off for the Bees at the top of the order, Owen Music, followed by Nate Whiteman and Danny Radish. Hayden Jones sitting at 71 pitches on the day. Owen Music just 55 through 4 innings. Now remember,
now batting number 26, Owen Music.
Remember, if the Polar Bears win this game, the series is over and Fairmont Senior will move on to play Frankfort in the regionals. If East Fairmont wins, we have to play again tomorrow. But a sudden death, this one is cranked and foul by Owen Music. And he was taken off to second thinking it was fair. And if it was fair, that would have done some damage. But it curves foul the last second. And instead of being on base with a leadoff hit, that's strike one. Here's the 0-1 from Jones, bounces and gets behind catcher Ethan Miller. Count 1-1. The pitch from Jones, that one outside again, and the count is 2-1. The pitch from Jones, that one inside, gets away from Miller again, 3-1 count. And if East Fairmont is able to win this game, you gotta think you'll see Sammy Vianney back on the mound for the Polar Bears and Brody Bledsoe for the Bees. And this one is lined into center field. Music throws his bat in frustration. Peschel doesn't even move, and he makes the catch. Music thought he had a big hit, potentially a double on the first pitch of the at-bat when he lined it into left field, but a curved foul
Nate Whiteman
at the last second. And instead of being on base, he flies out. Music yet to be on base. It's been the opposite story for Whiteman, who's been hit twice. Jones, that one's going to be called ball one to Whiteman. Torbe was hit 3 times in the first game between these two. Whiteman's been hit twice in this game. Despite being on base twice, Whiteman has not scored. And he's going to foul that one back, and the count is 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Outside pitch from Jones makes it 3-1. Music flew out on a 3-1 count in the previous at-bat. Whiteman has a 3-1 count here, and it's outside for ball 4. Third time today Whiteman's been on base, and he hasn't gotten a hit yet. But walking is one way to do it. Danny Radish comes to the plate for the Bees, and they're going to meet at the mound with Hayden Jones. He's got 81 pitches so far. There's 1 on and 1 out in the top of the 5th. And he hands over the ball to Coach Hoskinson, and we'll see who's going to come in relief. And it looks like it'll be Braden Gorby. So the first time either of these teams have changed pitchers against each other in the postseason. Braden Gorby will be the new pitcher in relief for Hayden Jones. Gorby usually the go-to reliever. And he'll begin his warm-up. While he does that, we'll step away. East Fairmont leads 3-2 over the Polar Bears. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I'm Keith Powell, and going on right now is my Keith Says Yes Fest. I'm saying yes to lowering your payments, yes to your trade-in, regardless of condition, miles, even if you're still making payments. My Keith Says Yes credit approval process helps me say yes, you're approved. So if you want new Chevys, yes. New Fords, yes. Lifetime warranty, yes. Come see me, Keith Powell at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Retton Park, where Braden Gorby is on the mound in relief
Now
of Hayden
batting number
Jones.
24, Danny Radish.
Some fielding changes. Cam Peschel comes from center field to second, moves Sammy Vianney to shortstop. Gorby goes from short to the mound. Jones goes from the mound to first, and Canfield goes from first to center field. So a lot of changes in the field. Gorby comes in with one on and 1 out. Whiteman, the runner at first. Danny Radish at the plate for East Fairmont. That one was up high for ball 1. The 1-0 from Gorby, up high again, ball 2. Gorby's been solid this year as a relief pitcher. He's got a 2-0 count to Radish here, goes off speed, and that one's down the middle for strike 1. Had back-to-back fastballs go up high, puts the curveball in the same spot, but it dropped in for a strike. The 2-1 bounces in front of Miller. 3 balls and 1 strike now for Radish. Whiteman, the runner at first, with a big lead. The 3-1 from Gorby, and they're going to say Radish did not go. They appeal to first, and he's just going to say he didn't go. And there's 2 on with 1 out for Brody Bledsoe.
Now batting number 2, Brody Bledsoe.
Whiteman, the runner at second. Radish, the runner at first. The pitch to Bledsoe's inside for ball 1. The 1-0 from Gorby. Up high, ball 2. Two on with 1 out. Don't want to load the bases up here. 2-0 count, fouled back by Bledsoe. Two balls and a strike. Bledsoe has grounded out and struck out to this point. The pitch from Gorby, fouled back again by Bledsoe. The count is 2-2. It's really been from the 5th spot down in the lineup for the Bees that has done the damage to this point. Now it's the top of the order. It's getting on base. inside, ball 3. The count is full for Bledsoe. In fact, to this point, Whiteman was the only runner the Bees have had on in the top 4 spots. Now Radish is on. Bledsoe fouls back the payoff pitch, and the count remains full. The payoff from Gorby, swung on by Bledsoe. That is in the air. Shortstop Vianney underneath it, makes the catch, and Bledsoe did not need to swing at that one, as that would have been ball 4. It was out of the zone, would have loaded the bases up.
Number 10, Ian Graffius.
But instead, he pops out for the second out. Now there's 2 on and 2 outs for Ian Graffius, who's got a hit in this one and has scored. Bees have 2 on and 2 outs. The pitch from Gorby, a swing and a miss as Graffius chases it. Strike 1. Gorby telling the home plate umpire that Graffius is over the line on the batter's box. East Fairmont does like to crowd that plate. And 0-1 from Gorby outside, ball 1. You could hear Gorby telling the home plate umpire that Graffius was on the line. Count is 1-1 now. The pitch down the middle for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Ian Graffius. He's got 2 on and 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Bees lead by 1. The pitch from Gorby, up high, ball 2. Two-two count. The pitch fouled back by Graffius. Count remains 2-2. Whiteman, the runner at second. Radish, the runner at first. The 2-2 to Graffius is lined. Peschel leaps and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. A big play for Cam Peschel. He started in center, moves to second, makes another play. It's a 3-2 East Fairmont lead. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Due up for the Polar Bears is Gorby, Peschel, and Vianney when we return here on Video Productions.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that Golden Boot pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Mary Lou Retton Park, and we thank you for tuning in. We got another good one between these two teams, but when do we not? It's another close game this season. A lot on the line. East Fairmont has to win back-to-back days over the Polar Bears if they want to advance to play Frankfort in the regional championship. Polar Bears needing just to win one of these 2 games. If they win today, there won't be a game tomorrow, but you'd like to get that win out of the way and not have to go to a sudden death game. A pitch from Music down low to Gorby. Look at Gorby. He was complaining that Graffius was crowding the plate. Now Gorby's going to do it. That one's down low, ball 2. He's got that foot right on the line that is no longer. The 2-0 from Music, inside ball 3. And the last thing you want to do if you're 0 Music is put a base runner on with nobody out with Cam Peschel coming to the plate. 3-0, inside corner, strike 1 to Gorby. This will be pitch number 60 for Music. A 3-1 to Gorby, inside ball 4. And Braden Gorby is aboard. Brings up Cam Peschel for the Polar Bears.
Number 3, Cam Peschel.
Peschel has a double and he's flown out. And that fly out in the second looked very promising as left fielder Tristan Boone had to make an incredible catch, and he did. The tying run is aboard for the Polar Bears. They trail 3-2. Cam Peschel at the plate, and that's exactly who you want to have at the plate if you're the Polar Bears. First pitch from Music's up high for ball 1. Music delivers one down the middle for strike 1. A good pitch there from Owen Music. Count is 1-1. 1 on, nobody out. Peschel's gonna ground it. Could be trouble. 1 out there. The second one is not in time. But the Bees get the lead runner, Gorby, out. And Peschel's on.
Now batting,
reaches
number 1,
with a fielder's choice.
Sammy Vianney.
Come on, Emilio. Come on, my man.
Sammy Vianney will come to the plate for the Polar Bears with 1 on and 1 out. Runner is Cam Peschel at first. He now represents the tying run. The pitch from Music down the middle for strike 1. Peschel with a lead off first. Vianney has an 0-1 count. The pitch swung on by Vianney. Into right center field. Mayfield moving underneath it, making the catch for the second out. That'll bring
Now
up
batting number 2,
Logan Canfield.
Logan Canfield.
Canfield has struck out and popped out in this game. He's got 1 on and 2 outs. And after a slow start from Owen Music, he's really picked it up. Tries to pick off Peschel at first. He's back in time. Music had a high pitch count early in this game. He had 40 in the 3rd inning. He's had just 25 and an inning and a half since then. Canfield lines it into deep left field. Boone is back, and he makes another catch in left field. Tristan Boone does it again. And East Fairmont gets out of another inning without allowing a run. They hold a 3-2 lead after 5. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship here on Video Productions.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Back at Mary Lou Retton Park, East leads West 3-2. Braden Gorby on the mound for the Polar Bears. He sits at 18 pitches on the day. He's pitched through 2/3 of an inning.
Now batting number 12, Tanner Mayfield.
Leading off for the Bees this inning will be Tanner Mayfield as they try to look to extend their 1-run lead. The pitch from Gorby goes curved down the middle for strike 1. Mayfield has a hit and has scored in this game. He's also flown out. Pitch from Gorby, swung on by Mayfield. This one's in the right center field, and it is going to get down. Another base hit for Tanner Mayfield, and he's aboard with a leadoff single. Mayfield delivers again. 1 on, nobody out for East Fairmont. Brings up Case Lynn for the Bees. The pitch from Gorby, showing bunt is Lynn. Gorby's going to try to throw to second, and off the base is Peschel. 2 on, nobody out for East Fairmont. Gorby tried to turn to second to get the leadoff runner out. The throw was high. Peschel had to leap for it.
Batting number 8.
Was not on the base.
Carter McKnight.
When Mayfield made his slide, and he is safe, and Lynn is on. Mayfield the runner at second. Lynn the runner at first. McKnight showing bunt. The pitch from Gorby. McKnight lays it down. Jones gonna get the force out at third. What a play from Hayden Jones. He read that like a book. He was charging that ball before McKnight even laid it down, and he fielded it perfectly. And Masters, it's usually Masters to Jones for the out.
Christian Boone.
This time it's Jones to Masters for the out. Force out at third. There's still 2 on and 1 out for East Fairmont as McKnight is on for the fielder's choice. Mayfield was the runner that was out at third. The pitch from Gorby to Boone. Boone has another one into left field, but this timeOwers is there to make the catch. So a promising start to the inning for East Fairmont. Back-to-back outs. There's still 2 on. But instead of 2 on and no out, it's 2 on and 2 outs. Brings up Owen Music, top of the lineup for the Bees. And Music has struggled. In fact, a lot of the top half of the lineup for East Fairmont has struggled. Music has flown out, grounded out, and flown out in 3 plate appearances. Sees a pitch from Gorby go down the middle for strike 1. So, although Music has struggled offensively, he's put together a really good game from the mound defensively, and Gorby's gonna hit Music. That loads the bases up for Nate Whiteman, who's been on base every time he's been to the plate.
Back your pitcher!
Now batting number 6, Nate Whiteman.
So Lynn is the runner at third, McKnight the runner at second, and Music is aboard. Nate Whiteman comes to the plate for East Fairmont with the bases loaded with 2 outs, a 3-2 East lead. Whiteman has either been hit by a pitch or walked on 4 pitches so far in this game. The pitch from Gorby's down low for ball 1. And remember, Whiteman used to play for the Polar Bears. He's got a chance to give the Bees an even bigger lead. He grounds it. Peschel dives. Can he make the throw? No! Gets away from Jones. 1 is in. To the plate is McKnight. 2 is in. 5-2 East Fairmont, and the Bees are pulling away. It was a tough play from the second baseman, Peschel. He had to make the throw from the ground, and he threw it wide.
Danny Radish.
2 runs are in, runners on the corners. Whiteman has delivered again. And they're going to intentionally walk Danny Radish, and that'll load the bases up again.
Now batting number 2, Brody Bledsoe.
Brings up Brody Bledsoe, who, along with Owen Music, has not been on base to this point, but Music got on with a walk. There's a courtesy runner at third in place of Music, who is on the mound for East Fairmont. Can't see the number. East doesn't have the numbers on the front of the jersey. I think it's Joey Schnorr. But the bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch to Bledsoe, outside, ball 1. The 1-0 swung on and fouled back by Bledsoe. Bledsoe has grounded out, struck out, popped out. He's got about just every out you could think of. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 1-1, he lines it foul. And a 1-2 count to Bledsoe. A risky decision loading the bases up, but a good position for Gorby. This is only a 1-2 count. East Fairmont leads 5-2. A lot of work to be done for the Polar Bears. First, they got to get out number 3. Gorby with the strikeout. Bledsoe swings and misses for the second time. He strikes out again. East Fairmont puts 2 more runs on the board, though. It's 5-2 Bees. We head to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I'm Keith Powell, and going on right now is my Keith Says Yes Fest. I'm saying yes to lowering your payments, yes to your trade-in, regardless of condition, miles, even if you're still making payments. My Keith Says Yes credit approval process helps me say yes, you're approved. So if you want new Chevys, yes. New Fords, yes. Lifetime warranty, yes. Come see me, Keith Powell at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Welcome back to Mary Lorette Park. The Polar Bears have dug a 3-run
Now
hole.
batting number 24, Hayden Jones.
Same spot East Fairmont was in on Thursday, down 3 runs. Jones is going to foul that back on the first pitch, and the count is 0-1. East Fairmont was not able to make the 3-run comeback. Polar Bears trying to help with that in the 6th. Up high, strike 2 to Jones. The count is 0-2. This will be pitch number 70 for Owen Music. Pitched a great game to this point. That one is outside for ball 1. Music gave up 2 runs on the first 2 batters in the first inning. Polar Bears have not come close to scoring since. The 1-2 outside to Jones, count 2-2. Jones has struck out and flown out. He's got a 2-2 count now. The pitch from Music, swung on by Jones. This one is deep into right center field. Graffius is back and it's down. He couldn't get there in time. Leadoff double for Hayden Jones. And that's what you need to do to chip away at a 3-run deficit. Graffius was there.
Number 5, Dylan
Maybe a
Howard.
foot away from making the catch, but didn't. And it bounced right at the track. Dylan Hours will come to the plate with Jones in scoring position with nobody out. Music looks back, delivers to Hours up high, ball 1. The 1-0 from Music. Swung on by Hours. He chops it into the glove of Porbay. The throw to Radish is low, but in time, Jones takes off and gets the third. Hours is out at first. So there's 1 away, 1 on. Not the worst case scenario there
Now batting number
for Fairmont
6,
Senior.
Brock Martin.
As there's Jones gets the third. Martin trying to look to send him home. The curve catches down low, strike one. And you cannot strand Jones right here. He's in a good position to score. Martin, this one is into right field. Mayfield is back, makes the catch. Jones tags up. Throw from Mayfield, cut off by Radish. Jones is safe. So a sacrifice fly by Brock Martin cuts the lead to 2.
Now batting
Aiden
number
Jones
29,
in the score.
Matt Masters.
Matt Masters to the plate for the Polar Bears. Nobody on and 2 outs in a 5-3 game. Music goes back to the curve to the inside corner for strike one. The pitch down low. That's going to miss for ball one. Veltri on deck. If Masters is able to get on base here. The 1-1, and he's not going to go around. Going to take ball 2 in the dirt. Two-one from Music. That one's down the middle for strike 2 to Masters. The 2-2. And that one inside for ball 3. The count is full, and that was close. It's been calling those inside corners strikes. Doesn't do it there. Now the payoff pitch from Music. Swung on by Masters into deep left field. Has he done it again? No, it's down, but it's in front of the wall. That's a base hit. Masters heading to second. He's on with a double. It was deep and bounced off the wall. Stayed in play, and Music gives up a 2-out double to Masters.
Now batting number 31, Tyler Veltri.
So Veltri comes to the plate. He represents the tying run. Polar Bears trail by 2. And they're going to send Cannon Dinger out as a courtesy runner for Masters. So Speed at second. Dinger missed the last East-West game on Thursday. He was at the track regionals at North Marion. Tyler Veltri comes to the plate with 2 outs, 1 on in scoring position. Veltri has made contact with the ball. He's put it in tough positions for the East defense. They've made it 50% of the time. Shows bunt, pitch up high from Music, ball 1. Pitch from Music, up high again, ball 2. Music looks back, delivers the 2-0. That's gonna catch the inside corner for strike 1. Goes upstairs with it. Veltri has a 2-1 count now. 1 on and 2 outs. Music is, East Fairmont's gonna try to fake out Cannon Dinger. And he's not gonna make the mistake this time. It's a good play though for East Fairmont because that's tricky. They make it seem like the ball's gone into the outfield, try to get you to take off to third, and it'll tag you out. Dinger doesn't fall for it. And a 2-1 here to Veltri, outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Veltri was the one who grounded out a year ago in the lost East Fairmont that sent the Bears home. 3-1, inside, ball 4, and Veltri will take his base. 2 on, 2 outs, brings up Braden Gorby. And Gorby smallest batter that the Polar Bears have. It's tough to pitch to, and he's going to crowd the plate. 2 on and 2 outs. The pitch from Music outside, ball 1. And on deck is Cam Peschel. And East Fairmont knows that. They're going to meet with Music. He's got 88 pitches on the day, and the Polar Bears are giving him a run for his money here in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the order doing damage. We've already had Martin have a sacrifice fly that sent Hayden Jones home. That cut the lead from 5-2 to 5-3. We'll see if East Fairmont decides to stick with Music or switch it up. They're sticking with Music.
Come on, Braden.
Bledsoe is their number 2 pitcher, but you don't want to send him in for relief because if you do win this game, you have to play tomorrow, and you want to have Bledsoe available. So I think if East were to send a reliever in, it would be Radish, the first baseman. But a 1-0 to Gorby, lines it into left, it is foul! Oh my. A promising shot in the left for Gorby goes foul, and that makes the count 1-1. If that gets down, it's definitely a 1-run game, and depending on what kind of play Boone would have made, it could have tied it up. One count, 2 on and 2 outs. Music looks back, fires to Gorby. He's gonna hit this one deep in the left again. Boone is back, makes the catch. Big play there for Tristan Boone, seeing a lot of action in the left field tonight. Polar Bears are able to put 1 run in. The lead is still 2 for East Fairmont. They try to extend it as we head into the 7th. You're watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship here on Video Productions.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier, and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that gold and blue pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Mary Lorette Park. It's the 7th inning. Leading off for the Bees in the top of the 7th will be Ian Graffius, the only batter that didn't get a chance to hit in the 6th inning for the Bees. He's knocked in 2 runs to extend the lead to 3. The Polar Bears answered with 1 run in the 6th. And that's how we've got a 5-3 East Fairmont lead. First things first for the Polar Bears. Make the defensive stops and get out of this inning. You want to get out quickly, not allow any runs in from East Fairmont that extends the lead even more. The first pitch to Graffius, he shows bunt. It is going to get down and roll foul. Masters took a gamble that it would roll foul, and it did. So instead of a leadoff single for Graffius, that's strike 1. From Gorby, swung on by Graffius. This is lifted, shallow center. Shortstop Vianney back makes the catch, and they make quick work of Ian Graffius to get him out on 2 pitches. Brings up Tanner Mayfield.
Now batting number 12, Tanner Mayfield.
pitch from Gorby, swing and a miss by Mayfield. Got him to chase at the breaking ball. Strike one. The 0-1 swung on by Mayfield. This is into shallow center again. This time Canfield makes the catch. Another batter, only 2 pitches faced. 2 outs already. Case Lynn comes to the plate
Now
for
batting
the
number
Bees.
9, Case Lynn.
Lynn has been on base every time he's been to the plate. Gorby trying to not allow a 4th time. Lynn on base, and he fouls that one back. Count is 0-1. Lynn has played an excellent game for East Fairmont. Sees an 0-1 from Gorby slide outside for ball 1. The pitch misses low, and the count is 2-1 to Lynn. Gorby going quickly. The 2-1 is inside, ball 3. So a 3-1 count now for Lynn. Pitch from Gorby is going to miss outside, ball 4, and Lynn is on again. 4 out of 4 times he's been on base. And that's the
Now
3rd time he's
number
been
8,
walked.
Carter McKnight.
Carter McKnight will come to the plate for East Fairmont. He's popped out, flown out, and has a base hit and scored. 1 on and 2 outs. The pitch from Gorby. McKnight fouls it back and out of play. 0-1 count for the second baseman. The pitch from Gorby is going to miss for ball 1. 1-1 count for McKnight. 1 on and 2 outs. The pitch goes curve. McKnight ducks, and it's ball 2. 2-1, the count. Gorby fires a swing and fouled back into the glove of Miller for strike 2. 2-2 count to Carter McKnight with 1 on and 2 outs. Gorby fires, and it's gonna catch. Down low, strike 3. McKnight strikes out looking. So, the script for the Polar Bears is written. They need 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Leading off will be Cam Peschel, followed by Sammy Vianney and Logan Canfield, the top of the order. We'll see if they can get it done when we return on Video Productions.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall, and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Welcome back to Mary Lurette Park. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Polar Bears need 2 runs here to keep the game alive. If East Fairmont's able to deny them those runs, we'll play here again tomorrow night. If the Polar Bears are able to get more than 2 runs and walk it off, they will play at Frankfurt on Monday. If they get 2 runs, we'll head to extra innings for the 2nd year in a row here in the playoffs.
Now batting number 3, Cam Peschel.
Leading off for the Polar Bears is Cam Peschel. He had a leadoff double when he led off in the 1st inning. Needs something from him here. Owen Music returns to the mound for the Bees with 90 pitches. This is number 91, and it's low for ball 1. 110 is the limit. You can start a batter before 110 and go over. And you're allowed to finish the batter. That one's down the middle for strike one to Peschel. The 1-1 from Music. Chopped at, foul. And there's a ball and 2 strikes now for Cam. The 1-2 from Music. Swung on by Peschel into the glove of McKnight. 1 down for the Bees. Sammy Vianney will come to the plate now for the Polar Bears. Nobody on, 1 out. Music at 94 pitches now. It's got nobody on with 1 out. The first pitch to Vianney is swung on into right center field. Graffius is back, and he can't make the catch. Again, Graffius just missed it in right center field, and it drops down beside him, and Vianney is on with a double.
Now batting number 2, Logan Canfield.
Canfield to the plate, represents the tying run. Vianney is on at second in scoring position with 1 out. If Graffius makes that catch, East Fairmont pretty content. The pitch from Music on the outside corner for strike 1. Music's gonna have to work for this one. He's at 96 pitches right now. To Canfield, he pops it straight in the air. Case Lynn is back and can't get there. Canfield popped it back just far enough to where Lynn couldn't catch it in the field of play. But an 0-2 count for Canfield. Good spot here for Music. Canfield yet to be on base in this game. The 0-2 from Music is up high, ball 1. Tried to get Canfield to chase at that one. Doesn't work. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Music fires the 1-2. Canfield's gonna get a hold of it. It's gonna go foul over the East Fairmont dugout. Count remains 1-2. Vianney the runner at second with 1 out. This is number 100 for Music. It gets by him, fielded by McKnight. Tough throw to Radish, he doesn't make it. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Canfield gets on base, brings up Hayden Jones. Runners on the corners, 1 out.
Hayden Jones.
The tying run is on, the winning run is at the plate. Polar Bears are giving the Bees a run for their money. Music at 100 pitches on the day. Only 1 out. Tried to pick off Canfield at first. He's back in time. Trying to keep Logan honest and avoid him from getting to second and taking out the double play opportunity with a force out. There's another pickoff attempt from Music. Unsuccessful. Canfield is back in time. Here's the pitch to Jones. He's gonna send it into left field. Tristan Boone is back. He makes the catch. Tagging up is Vianney. He takes off. He gets home safely. It's a 1-run game on a sacrifice fly by Jones, but there's 2 outs.
Now batting number 5, Dylan Hours.
Dylan Hours to the plate for the Polar Bears. You look at all the miracles he's pulled in postseason play in football. Kickoff return touchdown against RCB in 2021. 6 touchdowns this year in the state championship. We'll see how he can do here. That one on the outside corner from Music for strike 1. The Bees are 1 out away from sending this to a game tomorrow. Here's the pitch from Music, up high, ball 1. And Canfield is the base runner at first, representing the tying run. 2 outs. The 1-1 to Hours. He's gonna chop it foul. And the count is now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 outs. The pitch from Music, down low, ball 2. A good eye from Hours not to swing at that one. That's number 104 on the day for Music. 110 is the limit. A 2-2 count outside. The count is full, and Music wants that one back. Canfield is the runner at first. Three balls, 2 strikes, a full count. Time called. The payoff pitch. Hours is going to line it into right center field. Mayfield makes the catch. We'll see you tomorrow night. East Fairmont stays alive. They will not be denied. And they're going to send it to a sudden death game here tomorrow for a spot in the regional championship. Polar Bears didn't make it easy in the later innings, as it's a 5-4 final score from Mary Loretton Park. East Fairmont does it again here in the playoffs, but the series is not over. We go to tomorrow, and with the Polar Bears having their 9-game win streak snapped, whoever wins tomorrow will be who Frankfort faces in the regional championship. East Fairmont gets it done. When we return, we'll have post-game wrap-up. And thank you for watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship. There'll be another one tomorrow night, so we'll hopefully see you back again here tomorrow night. East Fairmont wins 5-4, the final score.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
I'm Keith Powell, and going on right now is my Keith Says Yes Fest. I'm saying yes to lowering your payments, yes to your trade-in, regardless of condition, miles, even if you're still making payments. My Keith Says Yes credit approval process helps me say yes, you're approved. So if you want new Chevys, yes. New Fords, yes. Lifetime warranty, yes. Come see me, Keith Powell at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Welcome back to Mary Loretton Park. The East Fairmont Bees have defeated the Polar Bears of Fairmont Senior for the 2nd straight year in the postseason. However, neither team is knocked out at this point, but the double elimination stuff, you have to win twice, you have to lose twice, that all is out the door now. We'll be back here tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. for a game between these two teams for a spot in the regional championship. Winner moves on to face Frankfort. The loser will go home. The Polar Bears were not able to get it done today to move on, so they have to go to tomorrow. Now, what happened was Owen Music for the Bees is their number 1 pitcher. He was starting today. Hayden Jones of the Polar Bears, number 2 pitcher. He started today for the Polar Bears. Tomorrow will be the opposite. The Polar Bears will start their number 1. I would assume they would start their number 1, Sammy Vianney, and the Bees will start their number 2, Brody Bledsoe, which was the exact same pitching matchup we saw last Thursday when the Bears won 4-1, and Sammy Vianney pitched a complete game and got the win. We'll go through the scoring recap. The Polar Bears started off hot. Cam Peschel and Sammy Vianney scored on a 2 RBI single by Dylan Hours in the first inning to go up 2-0. East Fairmont immediately responded with Tristan Boone's 2 RBI single to send home Ian Graffius and Tanner Mayfield. It was all East Fairmont from there on out. Case Lynn scored twice. McKnight scored to give the Bees a 5-2 lead. The Polar Bears in the latter innings of this game didn't make it easy for East Fairmont, as Jones scored on a sacrifice fly by Martin. Vianney scored on a sacrifice fly by Jones. That cut the lead to 1 for the Bees, but Dylan Hours flies out to Tanner Mayfield in right field for the final out of the day, and the Bees survive. Their season is still alive, and both these teams, all the work they put in the off season, all the long games, and this was game number 26 for each team this year. They'll play game number 27 tomorrow, and the winner of that game, will go ahead and set the stage for you, will play at Frankfort on Monday, because Frankfort will be a higher seed than either of these two teams. So in a 3-game series, whoever wins tomorrow will be on the road game 1. They'll be at home for game 2, and in a game 3, if necessary, will be back at Frankfort. Frankfort beat Kaiser in the sectional championship to already punch their ticket to the regionals. The winner of the regional series will punch a ticket to the Final Four in Charleston, where 4 teams will be reseeded based on record, and they'll play 2 games. There'll be a semifinal, and then the state championship will be June 1st. To see who wins the AA crown. The Polar Bears have never won a baseball state championship in school history. They've won probably one of the highest in the state, over 70 across the board in school history. East Fairmont has right around 10. So a lot of difference between these two teams, but East Fairmont sends it to a sudden death game tomorrow here from Mary Lou Retton Park. We'll be back with part 2 of the sectional championship and part 3 of the sectional playoffs between these two teams. What a rivalry it's been. What a game we had today. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Until then, we thank you for tuning in and watching live streaming coverage of the WVSSAC Baseball Sectional Championship. Sectional Championship number 2 will be here tomorrow night. I'm Eli Brady signing off. We thank you, and I bid you good night, folks.